Hi, I'm Kim with O Snap Hair Accessories. Over the last several months, many of you have followed the growth of my business. You know that it started as the result of a car accident, but has led to becoming such an incredible blessing that's allowed me to bless others. So, I thought it was time to take it to the next step, maybe create a few tutorial videos to teach some of the techniques that I've learned along the way. Until we get my studio finished upstairs, we're going to be hanging out in my family room, so welcome to my home and let's get started. Today we're going to make something that has become really popular, and that is the tulle flower. These are used on infant headbands and headbands for toddlers. They can be put on a hair clip and just worn by themselves. They can be put on the hard plastic headbands. It's endless what you can do with these. And they're really easy. So all you're going to need is a 1-inch felt circle, a pair of scissors, your hot glue gun, about 20 to 25 kind of round cut pieces. These are about maybe about 3 inches round of the tulle, and your hair clip or hair piece that you may want to put this on. So let's get started. Okay, so as promised, these are so easy. You're going to take your felt circle and take your tulle pieces, and I don't know if you can buy these pre-cut. I'm sure somewhere you can, but I just, I buy it by the yard and then just cut out my circles. They don't have to be perfect because I'll show you why. You're going to take each one of them and you're going to fold it over. Okay, I don't know if hopefully you can see this. And then you'll take it and you'll fold it 1, 2, 3 times. So you've got kind of a rounded cone, okay? Take your hot glue gun, put just a dab on the tip, and then put that so that the tip is right in the center of your circle, okay? Simple as that. Take your next piece, fold it, 1, 2, 3, a little bit of glue on the tip, and place it right next to the first one, okay? And now we're going to go all the way around just like that. Okay, so once you have the first layer, which by the way, a couple of things I forgot to mention. One is that I use the lowest setting on my hot glue gun. Mine has 2 settings, the number 1 for the hot and 2 for a lower temp. I use the lower temp just so I don't burn my fingers as much, but whatever you're comfortable with. The other thing is that if your little cones are uneven, don't worry about that. Okay, you can see this one is like really long. It's not going to matter, and I'll show you how to fix that at the end. Now that we've got our first row all the way around, the second row, same thing. We're going to fold, but then when we glue them, kind of put it offset. So in other words, don't put it right on top of the first row. Put it like in between the first 2, okay, that you're going to start with, and then press down. So if that makes sense. So basically you're kind of laying it over the seam of the first 2, okay? And then we're going to go all the way around with that as well. So now that you have the second row done, I bet you can guess what we're going to do next. Yep, a third row. All you need to do is just keep going until you kind of fill it in. Now, I said at the beginning that you would need like 20 to 25 of your circles. And the reason for that is because you know what you're going to use your flowers for, okay? So if you get it to say this stage and you know that you're going to want to put like a little embellishment in the center, you can leave it like that. But I like the big puffy flowers, so I'll be using 25 of our little cones on this one. And I'm just going to finish this up. Now, when you get to the top, you're going to end up with what I call a bald spot, okay? And it's just the little spot where you've obviously been pressing down on it, and we want to fill that in, okay? We don't want a little gap there. So here's my secret. Once you fold your cone, this time take just a tiny dab of glue right on the end and then fold it over, okay? And you're folding it over so that you make a straight edge there on the bottom of it. Now you're going to glue that piece. Put a little bit of glue right along there, and then just stick it right down in that little bald spot. Kind of push in around it, and presto, it'll fill it in. All right, now we have our flower, and of course you want to pull off your glue strings and all that to make it look pretty once you're done. But for now, you see how we've got excuse me, see how we've got all these different shapes, or the different ends coming out. We're going to trim those up. Simply take your scissors, kind of push it out a little bit, and trim. And you're just going to, kind of round it all out, make it nice and even. And, look at it from the top. If you see that, coming over the top, there's some straggles that are kind of just sticking out there, just trim those right off. And that way, you've got a nice, uniform flower, okay? Hopefully you can see that. Okay, now, as far as what to do with it next. Like I said in the beginning, you can put these on headbands. You can put them on just a clip. And just for demonstration's sake, normally I would line my alligator clip with just some 3/8 gross grain ribbon, and then just glue it onto the back. Or, if you want to do it just like this, I just think that by lining it, it gives it a little more adhesive. And if I'm putting it on an infant headband, what I would do is take another felt circle and just sandwich the headband in between. But that's your finished product. You can put several together, add little embellishments if you like, okay? Little hair pretties, and that's it. So easy, and it only takes a few minutes to do. You can order these off of like eBay and Etsy, but you know what? It's handmade and it's made by you with love, so I just think it makes it a little more special to do myself. Anyway, you can read more about Oh Snap Hair Accessories and how it got its start on Oh Snap Hair Accessories. Find us on Facebook and leave me a comment if you have suggestions or something else that you might want me to do for the next one. Thanks a lot. Talk to you soon.